please make sure you link up. Mr. Charles will help you for your visitor visa, student visa, and business visa.
Introducing Canada to the world.
Why should someone hire a regulated Canadian immigration consultant in Canada?
Well, a Canadian regulated consultant is well versed in Canadian immigration law. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to, he's being regulated by an immigration authority here in Canada.
Introducing Canada to the world.
Okay, today we are going to talk about how to get Canadian permanent residence after studies. Charles, can you tell us something about that?
After completing your studies in Canada, you are eligible to apply under CEC class, Canadian Experience class, or Federal Skilled Worker Program. You can apply through Express Entry.
Introducing Canada to the world.
Please, if you are new in Canada or you are now coming to Canada, we have an association here called Friends of New International Students and Visitors in Canada Association. We have the WhatsApp group. You can join the group and maybe you can get work through the group. You can get accommodation through the group. We make friends there too as well.
Introducing Canada to the world. Life Goes On Foundation, Toronto, Canada, LGO.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Bruce. You are watching us on Life Goes On Entertainment, Toronto, Canada. Life Goes On Entertainment, Toronto, Canada. Please make sure you subscribe, you like, comment, and share. Mr. Charles, how are you doing?
Hi, Mr. Bruce. I'm good.
Mr. Charles, I want to use this platform and say thank you for helping a lot of Ghanaians and other countries to Canada. I appreciate that. The family is growing.
Yes. I know you are very popular in the whole of Africa continent now. People, I see students and other immigrants coming from Africa watching your YouTube. And I must congratulate you on those things, that you're helping a lot of people. And a lot of immigrants from Africa are now getting visas as well.
Yeah. Okay, today we are going to talk about how to get Canadian permanent residence after studies. Charles, can you tell us something about that?
After completing your studies in Canada, you are eligible to apply under CEC class, Canadian Experience class, or Federal Skilled Worker Program. You can apply through Express Entry. Those are the two programs you are eligible. You can also, if you study in Quebec, you can apply through Quebec immigration programs. These are the three streams basically.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Why should someone hire regulated Canadian immigration consultant in Canada?
Well, a Canadian regulated consultant is well versed in Canadian immigration law. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to, he's being regulated by an immigration authority here in Canada. So he's going to be, professional. He's going to be someone who is not going to do any hanky-panky work, which most of the other people do back home in countries. They put some illegitimate documents and then a lot of problems happen with that. But a regulated consultant would always be on your side. He'll give you advice which is more in accordance with the immigration procedures and policies, and not something which people just do it haphazardly. So I would highly recommend you go through a regulated consultant and make your application through them.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles. Please make sure you link up. Mr. Charles will help you for your visitor visa, student visa, and business visa. How many years experience required to get permanent residence in Canada as a student?
You can, if you study for 1 year, you get 1 year postgraduate work permit. If you study for 2 years, you generally get 3 years of PGWP. You can apply even after 1 year of education in Canada. So there is no there's basically 1 year minimum requirement for applying for under CEC class, Canadian Experience class. It depends on your overall score, how well you score. So the score depends on your quite a different factor: your age, your English language, a number of years you had worked in your own home country before coming to Canada. There are a host of other things which goes into the point system. But you are eligible after 1 year of your experience, work experience under CEC. Or if you had 1 year experience back home in your home country, you can still apply under Federal Skilled Worker Program, and you'll still be eligible. But again, as I said, other factors come into play. So even if you don't have a Canadian experience, but you have an experience back home for 1 year, you are eligible to apply for Canadian Federal Skilled Worker Program.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shailesh. You are watching us on Life Goes On Entertainment. Life Goes On Entertainment, Toronto, Canada. Please make sure you share this video, okay? Share the video, like, and make sure you subscribe. It is very, very important. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and my WhatsApp number is +1 289 242 3465. You can follow my website to www.lifegoesonentertainment.com. lifegoesonentertainment.com, Toronto, Canada. Today is Canada Interesting Questions of the Day. Please, if you are new in Canada or you are now coming to Canada, we have an association here called Friends of New International Students and Visitors in Canada Association. We have the WhatsApp group. You can join the group and maybe you can get work through the group. You can get accommodation through the group. We make friends there too as well. So please make sure you join this group. It's going to help you. In Canada, make sure you are not lonely alone because it's not going to help you. Make friends. So join this group. It's going to help you. Okay, Mr. Shailesh, thank you so much. What is the minimum work experience required for a Canadian permanent residence too? The minimum?
Like the minimum work experience required is 1 year. So once you complete your 1 year experience on a work permit, you are eligible for CEC class, Canadian Experience class. So, or even if you have 1 year experience back home, then you can apply for Federal Skilled Worker Program, as I said. But that's the minimum requirement. So if you have 3 years of experience back home, you get full points. If you for work experience. So if you have 3 years of work experience in Canada, you get work experience full points. But depends on there are certain streams of experiences. If you are into a skilled trade experience, then you get more points. Like you are eligible to be picked up by one of the provinces. So there are PNP programs in Canada, provincial nomination programs. If someone can qualify under a skilled trade, most of these provinces prefer skilled trade people or some critical labor shortage people. Depends on province to province, which province has shortage of which kind of people. It all depends. So one province may, for example, have a critical shortage of doctors, so they will give you 600 points. So other province may have shortage of accountants, so that might give you 600 points. So every province depends, right? And provincial nomination programs differ on experience. Different, they are they have their own different criteria. So one day we will talk about provincial nomination programs as well.
Thank you so much. You are new in Canada. Always carry cash on you sometimes. You may need cash anytime. And please make sure you find good roommates. You may need help anytime. So please also avoid, late credit payment and all that, because credit is everything in Canada. You will need it one day. Shailesh, can work permit holder or a student buy a house or open, business in Canada?
Yes. Work permit holder can buy a house, he can open up a business. Depends what kind of work permit it is. If it's a closed work permit, you cannot open up a business, then you have to be in a closed work permit. But if it's an open work permit, yes, you can do business.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
closed work permit, you have to stick with your corporation, whichever, or a company, or whatever work is assigned to you. If it's a nanny closed work permit, then you have to be with that. But open work permit, yes, they can do a business.
Oh, okay.
And as far as house is concerned, yes, anybody can buy a house here. Even on a visitor visa, you can buy a house.
That's nice. Please make sure you subscribe, you like, comment, and share. Please make sure you come to Canada. It is a very nice country. I keep on saying this. Come to Canada, move to Canada, We have free public health care here, quality education, beautiful landscapes. And Canada is a way easier to get a permanent residency. Very, very important. Charlotte, do you know when you travel and you are in a country, you don't have the permanent residence or the stay? Example, US is green card, right?
Yeah.
So Canada is called PR, which is the permanent residence. There's a lot of benefits you will never enjoy if you don't have the permanent residence.
True.
We have some people, they are here, they don't care about their PR. And me, I keep on saying, if someone has $300,000 in Canada and someone has PR, the person is, happy more than the one holding the 300,000, and you are out of status.
Yeah,
You'll
sure.
never be happy.
Once you are on a legal status, then you have medical benefits, your child has education benefits, you have pension benefits, the government take care of you. There are needs and wants when in the crisis when you need government help. Plus, you can apply for credits, line of credits, loans, buy a house easy. But if you're out of status, all these things becomes difficult. Like somebody who's out of status doesn't have coverage of medical, doesn't have education system. So everywhere legal status is needed. So be on your legal status, and if you need help, you can just contact us, and we'll try to help you out with your legal status. Whatever, if your status is expiring very soon, come and talk to us that your study permit is expiring, what choices do you have, or if you're on study, what choices do you have, how do you go ahead with your PR. So we'll be there to give you advice and help you out in those situations.
Okay. And it is very stressful if you don't have status in anywhere in the world and you are living there. And Shailesh, what is visitors records in Canada when they say visitor records?
Visitor record, most of the when somebody comes on a visitor visa and they want to extend their stay. For example, somebody came here, so generally they're allowed for maximum period of 6 months. Depending on the visa officer, he may allow for a shorter period, but maximum allowable period is 6 months. And then you apply for an extension of your stay in Canada. That's called visitor record, and that's very important. You might have a visitor visa which says that it's valid for 10 years, but your stay is only for maximum of 6 months. If you want to stay more than 6 months in Canada, you need to inform the Canadian government that you're going to stay for another 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months. Then you have to make an application, and that application is called visitor records. So if one of your viewers who is watching this show is on a visitor visa and he wants to extend his stay, make sure you contact us and apply for a visitor record.
Nice. Okay, thank you. And Shailesh, a lot of people are going through, every day they keep on calling and asking. They don't know what is going on about LOA, letter of acceptance. How long is the processing time for a letter of acceptance?
Well, it depends upon college to college. So most of the time, the government colleges, it takes about month to 2 months, and sometimes even 3 months, depending how busy they are and how it also depends on your overall academic career also. So sometimes if you are very good in academics, the government college will prefer you over anybody else and then give you LOA very fast. But if your overall academic career, for example, if your high school score is not that high, they will wait until the last moment to give you an LOA until they find, if they find another suitable person, they will give it to them. In private sector, it's pretty fast. We can give you within 3 to 5 business days. But in government schools, as I said, it could be anywhere between a month to 3 months.
Oh, okay. So private is within 3 to 5 days?
Private is within 3 to 5 days because
Wow.
private is faster.
Wow. Okay, nice. Can a Canada visitor holder travel to Mexico without a visa?
Well, if you are on a study permit or work permit, you're still technically citizen or a permanent resident of the country of your origin, and you will have to abide by the rules of your own country. So if that country is, for example, somebody is from Nigeria and Mexico, and Nigeria has a treaty of free visa, then you can travel. Otherwise, no. For example, if you are a citizen of Ghana, and Ghana and Mexico has a treaty about free visa for Ghanaian, then you can travel. So depending on country to country agreements, but normally you will require a visa to go to Mexico if you're in Canada. If you're from a country, which does not have a treaty with Mexico. So Canadian citizens can travel without a visa because there's a treaty between Canada and Mexico. But this does not hold true for a lot of countries from Africa. They don't have a treaty with Mexico. So I would strongly advise you to look at your country's website and check Mexico's rules, visas for that.
Okay.
Regarding that.
Thank you so much. Please, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and my WhatsApp number is +1 289 242 3465. +1 289 242 3465. Follow our website to www.lifegoesonentertainment.com. Mr. Shailesh can help you for your visitor visa, student visa, business visa, and super visa. Shailesh, our next video we have to talk about business visa and super visa so that we explain everything to them for them to understand.
Yeah, we'll talk about these are two different topics. So let's pick up one topic, either business or super visa. So we'll talk about these two. There will be two different programs, super visa and business programs.
Okay. Introducing Canada to the world. Life Goes On Entertainment. Please make sure you come to an event in Canada, meet and greet new international students and visitors in Canada event. This event is organized in ending of August every year. It's an annual event. Mr. Shailesh is the regulated Canadian immigration consultant for the event. We have, a lot of people coming, accountants and real estate agents and other people. Mr. Shailesh, thank you for today.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Always a pleasure, and wish you best of luck.
Same to you. Thank you for all the answers, Mr. Shailesh.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce.
Thank you for coming. Bye.
Introducing Canada to the world. Life Goes On Foundation, Toronto, Canada, LGO.